The filigreed hands pointed to 5 minutes past 4. The bronze of the clock was lustreless in the dying light of a December day. A high window, beginning at floor level, looked down on bustling Kuznetsky Most. Yardmen trudged doggedly to and fro, scraping up fresh snow that was already caking and turning brown under the feet of pedestrians. State Councillor Grade 2 Innocenty Volodin surveyed all this unseeingly, lolling against the edge of the embrasure and whistling something long drawn-out and elusive. His fingertips flipped through the pages of a glossy foreign magazine, but he had no eyes for them. Volodin, State Councillor Grade 2, the diplomatic service equivalent of lieutenant colonel, was tall and narrow-shouldered, and wore a suit of some silky material instead of his uniform, looking more like a well-off young drone than an official of some importance in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It was time to switch the lights on or go home, but he stayed where he was. 4 o'clock was not the end of the working day, but only of its daytime part. Everyone would now go home, have something to eat, and take a nap. Then, at 10 p.m., the thousands and thousands of windows in 45 all-Union and 20 Union Republican ministries would light up again. A single individual, ringed by a dozen fortress walls, could not sleep at night, and he had trained the whole of official Moscow to stay awake with him until 3 or 4 in the morning. Knowing the peculiar nocturnal habits of their lord and master, all 60-odd ministers kept vigil, like schoolboys awaiting a summons from the headmaster. To fight off sleep, they would summon their deputies. Then deputy ministers would rouse department heads, research officers would erect ladders and swarm over card indexes, clerks would charge along hallways, and stenographers would break their pencil points. Today was no exception. It was Christmas Eve on Western calendars. All the embassies had fallen silent and given up calling 2 days ago, but the ministry would be staying up through the night just the same. They, the Western diplomats, had 2 weeks of vacation ahead of them. Trusting babes. Stupid donkeys. The young man's nervous fingers paged through the magazine hastily, mechanically, while hot waves of terror welled up inside him, then subsided, leaving him cold. Innocenty flung the magazine away and began pacing the room, shuddering. Should he call, or shouldn't he? Did it have to be now? Would Thursday or Friday be too late over there? Too late. There was so little time to think about it, and absolutely nobody to ask for advice. Surely there was no way of finding out who had made a call from a phone booth. If he spoke only in Russian? If he didn't hang around but walked away quickly? Surely they couldn't identify a muffled voice over the telephone. It must be a technical impossibility.